Okay, here is that Westy cabinet, model 697. We managed to get it stripped down. Boy, it was quite a quite a tussle. I mean, that finish was on there. I mean, and it was thick too. Uh, I wound up having to use stripper on this and this. Uh, I'm not sure about this here. I think it might be veneer, a walnut veneer. Uh, this here also, hardwood. Looks like a mahogany veneer here on each side. The top is about the same, and it was really a fight to get it down to wood. The base has been reset and glued up. We got a few pock marks right here from somebody doodling, whatever. We got the inside finished and dressed and painted. It's a dark walnut finish. Tomorrow, barring any other emergencies that might arise, we'll get it pre-stained and ready for some staining. I'm still tussling with what to use on it to get the look that I would like to see on it. Most of the time, you know, it's just I try this and try that, and man, it ain't too bad, and I go with it. But we'll have to see what's in my bag of tricks, and because I really don't want a totally dark finish on this. Want something lively. So anyway, the bottom is been sanded down. I think all we're going to do is just do a little light staining on it, and that's about it. Put a little semi-gloss or some satin poly on it. So stay tuned for more. There'll be much more to go on this one. All right, here is the cabinet to that Canadian Westie 697. We finally got it sanded down and pre-stained and stained up, and the first couple of coats of clear poly has been applied to it. This is going to cure up tomorrow, and maybe Saturday. Today is Thursday. Maybe Saturday my aqua coat, my fresh aqua coat, will come in, and we'll get a couple of thin layers of aqua coat on this to kind of smooth it out. The lower area here has been done in red mahogany, and the rest of the side, the wrap around here, the top, this wraparound down to that seam has been done in honey, a honey stain. The inside of these louvers have been done with whatever I used for the interior of the cabinet, which I think was dark walnut. Same way over here. And this panel and sides here was done in special walnut. But first we went in with a sponge speckling of honey, and then we let that dry up pretty much, and all the rest of it was including feathering around this edges here and around the front there and down around through there, like the other cabinets have been done. It was done in what was it, special walnut, I think. It might have, no, it was done in cherry, quite contrary. So we're going to let this cure up tomorrow, and then we're going to hit it with a light sanding and give it another couple of coats, and then Saturday we'll check it out and do a thin wash of aqua coat, and then we'll go to town hitting it with clear until she's smooth. Got my decals already on a thing. The chassis sitting in on the bench. You might be able to hear it playing in there, giving it a test run. Make sure that she's doing okay. Letting the caps burn in. We're gonna do a trim around this little roll edge here and around this bottom edge here with some of that oil rub bronze metallic. Give it a little metal flake look there. I don't know if you can see the back. It is ready. I got cabinet stickers ready for it. And we're gonna let this thing go a few days before that happens. So thanks for watching. There'll be more. Okay, one last thing I wanted to touch base on was all these knobs that I went through trial and error to try to come up with one. These here are the original push buttons. This one here is that metal one that I mentioned in a prior video. It's a bit heavy. Plastic. There's a slight hint of red in these, and when the knobs are polished, they have a hint of red in them. These here I never polished up because I was going to try and make a match of this one. And then this one here is an original that I used as a mold for these. And this here I was trying to get some red in there and mixed with some other color, and I was way off base on these. Now this one here I got a little close, but there's not enough marbling in it This one here, I got the marbling in it, but there's no red. It's got a, that's the one that I didn't get enough color in it, and because the epoxy, or the resin that I was using, when it cures white. Um, this one here could be usable. I figured at last ditch effort, what I could do, or what could happen, was I could just spray them with color and make a close match. You can see it's still got the flash on it. I didn't even bother with these. I just threw them in the pile and figured I'd deal with them later. See, and then there's still the hole that for the shaft that needs to be drilled in it. This one here is a test drilling for the thing, and it takes I think I used Smooth-On's Smooth-On 325, I believe. It's supposed to have a hardness of 82 or something like that. I'm not really sure what all that means, but it's soft for about the first day and a half. When you get it out of the mold, it'll flex. So you got to let it, you have to leave it alone and just let it cure the rest of the way. It's supposed to cure in 10 minutes. Well, it goes off in 10 minutes. It's got a 2.5 to 3 minute pot life in it, so you got to get it mixed and get it in your mold and get it capped to get it before it goes off. And it goes off, and you can demold it in 10 minutes. I waited an hour because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to deform it trying to get it out of the mold. Here's the one that was really far out. Yeah, I was all over the map as far as color schemes. Now here, some of these came out kind of nice. It still had the vent shanks on them. I just clipped them off, and it's still got some flash on some of these. I figured I'd just, like the buttons, I'd throw them over in the pile and keep chugging away to see if I could get something close. And as you can see, in the last video, I managed getting together 6 of them. But I mean, look how many I had to make in order to get to it. Once I got these, because I was making my test colors with this mold. I already had these here are just like RCA knobs, just like them. So I had RCA molds for the knobs. One of my earlier RCA radios that I did, I had to come up with a knob, and I couldn't easily find one. So I figured, well, hell, I've got quite a few molds put together of various different radios: Zeniths, Philcos, RCAs, Silvertones, of the radios that I've done prior. And you can see this one here. It would have to be sanded smooth, some ultra fine sandpaper, like maybe 3000 grit, after working it down, and then polished up, and then sealed. That one there is like this one. It's got a little swirling in the front, but and this one here is almost a close match of that. I think this was done in a pair. So anyway, I've said enough. These here, if anybody knows anybody that needs any of these knobs, I'll be willing to ship them out. The originals I'm going to keep and hold them back for whatever. But these here, they would have to be drilled and whatever. But at least they give you a start, unless you want to make molds up yourself. But I don't know of anybody who has any of these at all, even the molds for them. So anyway, that's all I have for today. So thanks for watching.